Hi, everybody. We are going to be talking about A Star is Born. Yay! I want to start off with the fact that I'm a big Bradley Cooper fan. I think he's pretty talented. I think he has some wide range, and I think he's a decent director. On top of everything else, and of course, he does a great rocket voice. So now he goes from Guardians of the Galaxy to A Star is Born, where he's singing. And let me start out by saying the music in this film is phenomenal. The music's all great. And I did not, when I went to see it, I did not know that Sam Elliott was in the film. And because I watched very little about it, I read very little about it before I went to see it. And so Sam Elliott's in it, and when Bradley Cooper started talking in the beginning of the film, I was like, he sounds like Sam Elliott. And then, of course, Sam Elliott shows up in the film, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And in fact, there's even a line in the film that he stole his voice. So obviously, everything was on purpose, and I don't know how long it took him to study Sam Elliott's voice, but he pretty much got it down. So good for him. But if you did not know this, this is a remake of a remake of a remake of a remake. So the first Star is Born film was made in 1937. So then, in 1954, it was Judy Garland and James Mason that was starred in A Star is Born. Then, in 1976, Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson. So again, this is a remake. So if you think this is a new story, it's not. So it's been remade and remade and remade. So let's talk again. I can't really talk about much until we go into spoilers, like always. But I can tell you that I liked half of this film. The first half of the film, I really enjoyed. Then it lost me completely. Not that I was confused, but I'll talk about it in spoilers why I just kind of tuned out. The film does feel long, and there are going to be a whole bunch of people that like this film a lot more than I do. But the acting was great, the directing was great, the story was my problem with this film. So again, about halfway through, I just completely tuned out of it. Surprisingly enough, and you know, I've seen Lady Gaga in. First of all, she's an incredible talent. Everybody knows that she's got an incredible voice, and after seeing the film, I don't think there's anyone else that could have played this part. I think that Bradley Cooper saying, you know what, I'm going to go into, into the music industry and pull her out, kind of like Madonna. And we're going to take a risk on her acting, which goes to show, as Bradley Cooper, as a director, obviously he is an actor's director because he was able to pull out some really good performances out of her. What she's not good at, and he should have limited from her, is her improving. There is a scene that gets very, very awkward, and you can tell that they're improving. And he can handle it, and she just can't. She just can't handle it. And it's very obvious that they're off script. And I think that they should have cut that down, because I was like, okay, we know you're off script, and it's feeling kind of stumbly. So, but anyway, so that's one of the scenes. And there's another scene where it was pretty obvious that she forgot her line when she was having breakfast or lunch or whatever, and she says the wrong thing. She's like, I don't even know what meal it is. I'm like, okay, you flubbed your line, and that was your recovery, but why'd you leave it in there? It was just, unless he was just trying to be very real with it, but it was pretty obvious that she flubbed her line. So, again, improving is not her forte. So just keep her on script, and she was fine. So anyway, and as far as the relationship and the chemistry between the two actors, and I'm going to call her an actor, between the two actors was very, very good. If anything held this film together, it was their chemistry together. Until the middle of the film. But anyway, so I'll jump into that in a second. But anyway, so also there was some plot points that were brought up that really weren't addressed. Again, it was the script kind of fumbled for me. But Bradley Cooper did a great job, and if I really like movies about music and movies about dance. I also, of course, love the sci-fi and the superhero stuff and whatever else, but I love people showing their talent. And when people are very talented on screen and they're going from this rags to riches kind of story, I really like it. So for that, it had going for it. That was one of the reasons I went to see it, is because I really liked that. And of course, having their voice boom in the theater and everything like that, is very, very touching. Seeing her grow and everything else during the course of the film. But anyway, again, you'll probably like the film more than I do, and I'll tell you why when we go through the spoilers. But I'm gonna give the film probably a 6.5. So it's better than average. Again, the acting, the directing, and the chemistry for me was that was the core of the film. But I cannot give it a good rating. It's almost good. If the film had taken a different route. But anyway, let's talk about that in spoilers. But if you're a Lady Gaga fan, the story is really hers, not his. So if you're a Lady Gaga fan, you're definitely go see it, because she has a huge role in it. It's not that her role is diminished in any way, shape, or form. It's really her film, and her character's film. So anyway, go see it if you're into it, and don't if you don't. If you're not into music-based stories, then in fact we have the Freddie Mercury story coming up as well. If you're not into those kind of films, then you're not going to like it. But if you do, if you like that kind of stuff, and the whole, of course, it's a kind of a love story on its ear as well. All right, but let's get into spoilers. And again, thanks for watching, and subscribe and share the link. All right, thanks.